Bitch, I'm ready, bitch. I'm not feeling it today at all. I'm tired. I'm drained. But bitch, we're gonna make this video. What? What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Nadia's Healing and Feeling. We are back for another video. I think it's been 2 weeks since I filmed. I was gonna try to keep this on like a schedule, but this channel really is just for me to give little tiny bits of advice, or really not even advice, bitch. I'm really just here to give my opinion. You could take it as advice if you want to, but really it's just my opinion. So as y'all may or may not know, I am in a season of my life where I am alone all the time, which is forcing me to really sit with my emotions. I have made some real breakthroughs. I have made some real breakthroughs emotionally that have freed me from the shackles of bullshit, that have freed me from the shackles of bullshit. In this space of taking a lot of time for myself to really look inward and figure it out. Oh, I've come to many conclusions that I'm ready to share with y'all. So I was sitting alone in my room the other day and I was going through the grief process, really trying to talk myself through my emotions. And I will say that one of the problems that I have that you guys should not adopt is just let yourself feel. Stop trying to put a name to all of your emotions. Just let yourself feel and move the fuck on. But me, unfortunately, my mind feels like it has to put a label to literally everything that crosses my body. I was trying to put a label on something and then I realized, even if I did put a label on this thing, or on this emotion, what does that do? And that leads me to my point of today's video. Emotions are information, but emotions are not confirmation. There are two big sayings that have already been like coined, talked about all over. You can go look it up and they'll give you the definitions and the breakdown of each one of these sayings. First saying is emotions are information, not instructions, which they clocked. Just because you're feeling angry does not mean that you need to go punch your fucking hand into a fucking refrigerator. Don't do that. The second saying is, it's not really a saying. It's just people saying like, don't let your emotions control your life, which absolutely 100% stop letting emotions control your life. I guess those are like one and the same. All of these sayings are one and the same. But for my saying, emotions are information, not confirmation. What I mean by that is the emotions that you feel within yourself are not always confirmation of reality. If you are feeling angry, that does not confirm always that someone was malicious towards you. Honestly, that's kind of a start. That's a controversial start, because I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, Nadia, this bitch did something to me to make me angry. So yeah, I'm angry. Absolutely, yeah, you should be angry. Somebody angered you. Somebody did something to you that made you angry. Then yes, you have every right to be angry. But remember that that doesn't always mean that people were malicious towards you. Small example here. If you and your friend had plans for the past like week, right? And the plans are coming up, you thinking that everything's sweet, you thinking that everybody's ready, everything's about to go completely as planned. And then boom, the day comes and someone cancels. You should be angry. I will be angry. I'll be like, what the fuck? Oh, I gotta stop cussing. I'm sorry. I will be like, no, you're weird for that. Like, that's really weird. We've had these plans and now all of a sudden you're canceling. What? Okay, that should make you angry 100%. That doesn't mean that that person was trying to be malicious in canceling. Maybe something came up. Maybe they had a shift that they couldn't get out of, or maybe a family member is going through something that they have to be there for, or whatever the fuck reason, or maybe they're going through their own personal mental health struggles and they just can't bring themselves to get out of bed that day. You can be angry and you should be angry 100% when somebody does something to anger you, but that does not confirm that in reality that person was trying to anger you. It does not confirm that in reality this person was being malicious towards you. No. Okay, let's go for sadness. You can wake up and feel really sad every day of your life. People just have mental health struggles where they go through depression, and you're waking up every day and you're just sad and you can't figure out why. You being sad, you feeling sad, excuse me. You're not being sad, you're feeling sad. Let me make that clear. Hashtag therapy. You feeling sad is not confirmation that your entire life is just sad. It is not confirmation that your life is just the worst life that has ever been lived and everything just always goes wrong for you. These feelings, these emotions are not confirmation of anything. And I'll give a couple more small examples. Fear, you feeling scared, you being in fear does not mean that you're in actual danger. That one goes a lot for my anxious girlies. When you have anxiety, you're in like a constant state of fear. Like you're just always scared that something's going to happen or something is happening or what the fuck ever. When you actually sit and look around, you're in zero danger. So fear does not equal danger. A catastrophic thought does not equal catastrophe. This can go for like my OCD girlies. I'm gonna give like the most generic fucking OCD example. I have OCD, so this is a little bit offensive to myself, but I'm just gonna give it for the purposes of this video. Let's say that you're laying in bed and your brain tells you that you have to stand up and go turn off the light, or something bad is gonna happen. That's a catastrophic thought. That does not mean that if you actually get up and go turn off that light, that anything bad is gonna happen. So once again, this emotion was not confirmation of reality. And, I've been saying a lot of, sad or scary emotions, but let's talk about the good ones as well, y'all. Intensity, you feeling an intensity when you meet someone, or you feeling an intensity when you're with someone does not mean that you're in love. Or you feeling comfortable around someone does not mean that they're actually a safe place for you to be. And you having emotions towards someone does not mean that you're actually available to depth with them. So whether it be a good emotion or a good emotion or a bad emotion, it doesn't matter. They're not confirmation of anything. What you actually need to learn is discernment. What you actually need to learn is a little bit of self-respect, because having a feeling does not absolve you from reality. So you need to be able to actually take a second, look around, and decide, is this emotion actually confirmation that this thing is happening? Because sometimes you are going to be in fear and there actually is danger right in front of you. So you're going to need to run. Sometimes you're actually going to be sad and something bad actually just happened to you. So you're going to need to, feel that one out. Sometimes you do feel intense towards someone and they actually are like your perfect person, you're their perfect person, and it really is love. It just takes discernment. It just takes self-trust. You have to trust in yourself that you can actually sit down, look around at your environment, analyze, and decide, is this emotion confirmation of my reality? And as we all know, in order to build self-trust, you have to sit with yourself. I feel like I said that all the time, guys. Y'all gonna get tired of me saying that you need to sit with yourself, and I don't give a fuck, because unfortunately a lot of the population will spend the rest of their lives outsourcing their emotions and outsourcing their beliefs and outsourcing their opinions, rather than just sitting with themselves and taking a second to see what they feel, to see what they believe, to see where their head is at as an individual person, and not needing the opinions or the experiences of other people to make final decisions on their own lives. A lot of y'all are having battles with yourself, and I'm just trying to help y'all through it, because bitch, I be having battles with myself too. So trust me, I understand. All right. So to end off this video, I'm going to give just one or two good ways to learn self-trust so that we can all get through this together. The number one way that you can learn self-trust is to show yourself. Because the thing is, a lot of people will be like, I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. Period. Okay, period. Now do that for yourself too. A lot of y'all will wake up with a million things that you're gonna do today and a million ways that you're gonna elevate your life today, and then do none of them. What happened to I can show you better than I can tell you? So start showing yourself better than you can tell yourself. You really, really have to stand on business and stand with yourself. Because if you keep telling other people and you keep trying to convince yourself that, oh, I'm not going to keep going back to this person, or, oh, I'm not going to keep begging for this person to care about me. If you keep telling yourself and you keep telling all your friends, oh, it's fuck this person, like they did me so dirty, I'm never going to let them back into my life. But then the minute that they crack you a smile, bitch, you back. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop. So show up for yourself, in reality, not just in your brain. Actually show up and do what the fuck you say you're gonna do, and say what the fuck you say you're gonna say. Stand on the type of business that you say that you're gonna stand on, because a lot of the time you bitches do not, and you keep trying to convince other people that you do, and you keep trying to convince yourself that you do, but you don't. You don't. I don't mean to be rude or nothing, but I'm just saying, and really I'm talking to myself too, y'all. I'm talking to myself too. So I'm not just coming for y'all. If you feel like I'm coming for you, boo, sounds like a personal problem. I'm coming for myself. But yeah, stand firm. Stand firm in your beliefs. Stand firm in the shit that you say you're going to stand firm in. And one of these days, you're actually going to start to trust yourself. It is a constant battle, and it is a constant conscious decision that you have to make every single day, sometimes more than once a day. All right, y'all. I'm done. I'm done coming for y'all today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I love you guys so much all the time. Drop in the comments what you want me to talk about next, what other advice that you'd like to hear from me. And yeah, guys, I love y'all. Mwah. And yeah, see you next week. Or not next week. See you whenever the next video drops.